with regard to the aide of Lalu Yadav, we are told, who's now been arrested by the CBI. Bhola Yadav, we are told, the then OSD of Lalu Yadav, has been arrested. He's said to be the kingpin in land for job scam case. And that is the latest coming in. The then OSD of Lalu Yadav has been arrested, said to be a close aide of Lalu Yadav, who's been arrested by the CBI, is what we are told. We are told that the raids are currently underway in 4 locations, including Darbhanga and Patna. So that's the update coming in. In fact, 2 locations in Darbhanga and 2 in Patna are currently being raided by the CBI. So we have a senior editor, Shravan, breaking that story for us. Shravan, give us all the updates.
Well, this is a major development in the case. Remember, in the month of May, searches were basically carried out in the national capital at Lalu Prasad Yadav's residence. Now they are being told that the OSD, then OSD of the minister, has now been arrested. His name is Bhola Yadav. As we speak, Samiksha, searches are being carried out at 4 locations, 2 in Darbhanga and 2 in Patna, where these searches are still underway. The arrest has now taken place. Let me just quickly take our viewers through the details that we have. According to sources within the agency, he is a kingpin as far as the land for job scam is concerned. And we are being told that the OSD has played an important role. In fact, they have also got a complaint regarding the direct involvement of the then OSD of the minister, Bhola Yadav, who is now being placed under arrest. Now, what's the case all about? It's the land for jobs scam in which searches were carried out back in May, which includes Lalu Prasad Yadav, his wife and former Chief Minister Rabri Yadav, their daughters, Nisa Yadav, and Emma. Besides that, there are some undeserving candidates who were given change for land at a price. All of them in the FIR that was registered by the Central Bureau of Investigation. The allegation essentially being that Lalu Prasad Yadav, as the Minister of Railways back in between 2004 and 2009, had basically obtained pecuniary advantages in the form of transfer of landed property in the name of his family members in return for the appointment of substitutes in Group D posts in different zones of railways. Now, this is exactly, I'm quoting from the FIR that has also been accessed by Republic TV. In the FIR, the CBI had also alleged that in lieu of the substitutes who were residents of Patna themselves or through their family members sold and gifted their land situated at Patna in favor of the family members of Lalu Prasad Yadav and a private company controlled by the family members, which is also involved in the transfer of such immovable properties in the name of family members. Now, before this particular file, which the Central Bureau of Investigation had initiated a preliminary inquiry. And after finding evidence in the case, an FIR was actually lodged. We are given to understand that the CBI found 7 instances where the jobs were allegedly given to candidates where their family members transferred the land to Lalu Prasad Yadav's family members. In fact, in the preliminary inquiry back, which they found out that back in February 2008, there was a Patna resident, Kishan Deo Rao, who had basically transferred about 3,375 square feet of land in Rabri Devi's name, and that was for just about 3.75 lakh rupees. In fact, Samiksha, I'm also getting some more breaking news right now.
Yes.
We've just accessed the picture. I'll just try and put this out, send it across to our newsroom. We're getting the picture, the first picture of Bhola Yadav who's been arrested.
Yes. Shravan, stay with us. I'm told Prakash is also joining us live from Patna. Prakash, if you could share more details that you're picking up on this big breakthrough by the CBI in the land for job scam.
Well, this case pertains to 2017 in the IRCT scam case when CBI had raided Lalu Yadav's premises and recovered a lot of evidences. And this particular case pertains to 2006-7 when Lalu Yadav was the railway minister, and apparently there were many lands which was transferred in the name of Lalu Yadav's family members, including Tejasvi Yadav, Tej Pratap Yadav, Misa Bharti, and other family members in lieu of jobs. Now we get to know that Bhola Yadav, who has been a prime witness in this case, because whatever land has been transferred, Bhola Yadav was one of the witness, and he's been one of the closest aide of Lalu Yadav for many years. He can be a big evidence as far as cracking this case is concerned, and sources in the CBI say and have been saying that it's an open and shut case. Shut case as far as this particular IRCTC scam case is concerned.
Yes.
So it's a big crackdown as far as Bhola Yadav, a close aide of Lalu Yadav, being arrested in this particular case, because he may provide a lot of evidence, because he's been the prime witness in the transfer of land. So the CBI has now nailed down finally in the IRCTC scam case.
Yes, yes. Prakash, stay with us just to tell our viewers, those are the first visuals that we are getting to you of Lalu's aides. This is Bhola Yadav, who's been arrested by the CBI. Shravan continues to be with us. Shravan, if you could put this into context for us, the relation that Bhola Yadav shares with Lalu Yadav, and how much of this is, the arrest is significant when we talk about getting to the bottom of this land for job scam case.
Well, as Prakash was actually pointing out, in fact, Bhola Yadav's role is particularly with regards to, one, getting in touch with the non-deserving candidates and the promises that were essentially made. In fact, CBI has basically alleged that there were 7 instances of land transfer. 7 instances of land transfer to non-deserving candidates where jobs were given in railways when Lalu Prasad Yadav was in the railways minister. Now, if I can take you through some of the basic land deals that have taken place. Now, why exactly is Prakash saying that this is an open and shut case? Because if you see, there are some land transfers that have taken place directly in the name of Rabdi Devi. For instance, as I was pointing out back in 2008, one resident, Patna resident Kishan Deo, transferred 3,375 square feet of land directly in Rabdi Devi's name for 3.75 lakh rupees. Second instance, also Sanjay Rai, a resident of Patna's Mahubag in February 2008, also sold another 3,375 square feet plot, again back to Rabdi Devi. Kiran Devi, being a resident of Patna, transferred about 80,000 square feet of land in November 2007 to Lalu Prasad Yadav's daughter, Nisa Bharti, for a sale consideration of 3.7 lakh rupees. So what has happened here is, Samiksha, is that these are direct transfers that have actually taken place. And that is the reason why they say that there are 7 such instances, 7 to 8 instances where they have come across these land deals that have been struck.
Yes. Yes, so Shravan, what you're essentially saying that this is tip of the iceberg when we talk about these land deals, because these are the 3 for which we've gotten the details, and there are many such more deals which could have happened way back in 2008.
Well, there is absolutely no doubt about the fact that this is just the tip of the iceberg, simply because this is perhaps the first arrest. The only difference here is that I'm being told by my sources within the Central Bureau of Investigation that he's the kingpin. If the kingpin of this land for job scam has been arrested, then obviously following the questioning of Bhola Yadav, there is a high possibility that more number of people could be arrested.
All right. Shravan, yes, and for our viewers also who are just tuning in, if you can briefly take us through the details that you've accessed so far with regard to jobs for land scam case.
Well, the breaking news that is coming in right now is that the kingpin in the land for job scam, Bhola Yadav, has been placed under arrest. Searches are basically underway at 4 locations in Bihar, 2 in Darbhanga and 2 in Patna. Now, this comes after searches were basically carried out back in May. These searches were carried out across the country, but majorly the premises belonging to Lalu Prasad Yadav and Nisa Bharti. This was back in May earlier this year. Searches were carried out. FIR was actually registered, and then the searches were carried out. FIR was against Lalu Prasad Yadav, his wife, and former Chief Minister Rabdi Yadav, daughters Nisa Yadav and Hema Yadav, and there are other people also who have been named in the FIR. What is the basic allegation? The allegation is that jobs were basically given in exchange for land at a throwaway price. Now, if you take a look at the FIR that has been accessed by Republic TV, they are talking about the period between 2004 and 2009 when Lalu Prasad Yadav was the Minister of Railways. What is the allegation that has been leveled against Lalu Prasad Yadav? They say that he had obtained pecuniary advantages in the form of transfer of landed property in the name of his family members in return for the appointment of substitutes in Group D posts in different zones of the railways.
Okay.
It's a case where they were directly benefiting by giving undeserving candidates posts in the railway.
Yes. All right. All right. Shravan, thank you so much. So that was Shravan Sena, senior editor, breaking that story for us of the raids which are currently underway at 4 locations in Bihar, including Darbhanga and Patna, and close aide of Lalu Yadav, who's now been arrested.